let's see here. So I am trying to get to my YouTube channel where it will tell me that I have my live going on. I just want to make sure that I'm streaming because my YouTube has been acting kind of weird lately. There we go. Alright. I'm going to turn this sideways and leave the chat up. I found on my Android cell phone, you guys, I need to click the options, which you just tap on the screen up in the upper right hand corner where it looks like a cog there for your settings. I just go into quality and I hit higher picture quality while I'm viewing the video content. So I've got it up into, I don't know, 60 FPS with 760 whatevers, and that's how it loads in. But it should be well enough for you guys. I don't know, it's probably just the way my cell phone is set up. So welcome back. This is Milo Wilson, aka Suspect 20. Sorry about the delay as I began my broadcast there. Clearly, we're making street races today. That's kind of the title of the video there. Street races are going to be a little bit easier because if you're using the street, then you're not using a lifted track, so you don't have to worry about putting things up into the air and this and that. And so that's probably going to be easier for someone starting out making tracks. If you're starting out making tracks and you kind of don't know where to go and what to do and what all these options over here are on the left side of the screen. Street race tracks are probably going to be something that you're going to want to have fun with for a little bit. And the advantage to that also is you'll be driving, I have the Calico here, but you'll be driving any number of one of different tuner vehicles, and becoming more agile in the racing communities on the tracks amongst the playlists is something that's going to be important for you to have to experience. And in order to become more agile, you need to race as many different track styles and in as many different vehicles as you can. Calico is a great car for the tuner tracks. There's also other cars like the Vector and the Jester and this and that, which I left open for this track. But in the meantime, that's just another bonus. Racing Calicos. I've got this one set up for 30 people because we're in a little bit of a different community here where everyone's racing 30 people at a time. If you're into a good racing community and you know people that race well, you're probably into this world where there's 30 different people in all these races or some such thereabout. So this is going to be one that everybody can use. Let's go into the race details. I've got the title. It's 9th Street Tuner. I don't actually know what street this is. I could go into the map and figure that out real fast, but I'm not even going to bother with that. That's just, I know that I have 8 tuner races already. This will be the 9th, so 9th Street Tuner. The description I have here, and you can make it as long as you want, I think. It says when you ask your mom if you can borrow the grocery getter, but your mom says no, use your own Calico. So there's that, or when you need to borrow the grocery getter. All right, so we already took our photo um, of the, I guess where everyone meets up. We already took that photo, and so that's okay. I'm not going to worry about the tags right now. You want to set your maximum players to 30 players so that everybody will have a chance to race your races, and the people who are actually racing races, putting numbers to the like column on your race specifically, they're only going to use your race if it's got enough for all their friends and their whole community. So go ahead and set that to 30, and that way people will be able to use your race and you'll be able to gather ratings from that, and you do get trophies for gathering those ratings. Your race type is going to be standard, but there are different options here. You can choose to make your race type non-contact. Now when you do this, that means it's non-contact forever in the annals of Rockstar racing history. Alright, so this is where you're going to choose everything for everything, all right? You can make this a rally style race. I'm not going to do that. A GTA race is where you can get out of your cars, choose weapons. You can run into icons that are weapons, and you can be able to shoot people down with missiles and things like that. We're going to go standard here, okay? So non-contact, rally, GTA standard. We're going standard. We're doing laps. Number of laps is going to be 1 while I'm creating it, but it's not going to stay 1. when I finally publish it, I'm going to switch that to 3 because all street races are 3 laps long. I'm just using the medium grid myself here because we're on one side of the street, and I don't anticipate on keeping us on one side of the street, but it's just a little bit cleaner of a racing style for people. Like there's 5 people up front versus only 2, right? So people don't feel like they're getting left out if they have a little bit of a chance and they're doing well when they finally get to the front. If they're up there, they have a little bit of leeway. Available vehicles. I can hit the X button and add compacts or not add compacts. Now I'm not going to, but you'll find that all of these options are chosen for you. Just hit the X button on all of the cars you don't want to be available. I do want my tuners. Now I'm going to hit the square button so I can kind of define what types of tuners I want used in this race. So I'm using the Calico, the Jester, the ZR350, the Vector, and there's one more down here, the Sultan. Oh wait, maybe there's even one more. Oh, there's 2 more down there. The Conjo and the Postlude. I don't know what those last 2 cars are. I just wanted to be more familiar with them. So those will be the options for this race. Oh look, they added a drift car category. Hopefully they'll start adding drift stuff to the actual components of the racetrack, which we'll get into here in just a minute. The default tuner class is gonna, or the default class is gonna be tuners, and I'm going with calicos because I specifically enjoy calicos, as does my crew. But not all of you enjoy calicos, and I get that, so that's fine. I'm not worried about the music or forcing the camera view. Do not do that. Use a stunt camera trigger. I'm not doing that either because I don't want to mess with people's views while they're in the middle of a race if they actually happen to pull off some kind of a stunt. Maybe we'll put in a stunt, maybe we won't, I don't know. Ghost to first checkpoint is always going to be a yes for me. I appreciate being ghosted while people are trying to figure out whether or not they got the boost, whether or not the person behind them got the boost. If you didn't get the boost and the person behind you did, and you get fucking bumped, and then that causes a wreck there at the beginning, screw all that. I'm putting on anti-grief ghosting, ghost to first checkpoint. None of that. If I ghosted the first checkpoint, then none of that's going to happen in the very, very beginning. So we're going to do that. Anti-grief ghosting, yes, because unfortunately inside the communities where people race 30 racers at a time, there are some people that get invited who are not quite the most integral people, and so we want to make sure that they can't grief the other racers while they're racing. So disable catch-up, well, it's a street race, so absolutely, and we're disabling slipstream at the same time. This is an S202 race. This is a Suspects RS race. Suspects RS and S202 has always gone by the philosophy, if you can't race, you can't race. So you need catch up and slipstream to race. If you do need it, then maybe you need to race just a little bit better. I don't know. Path recording options, I'm not going to worry about that, but we can go through there. You can switch camera, path types, and all that different stuff while you're recording your path in the creation of this. Custom vehicles. We've got restricted, off, open. You could use it to open so that people can use their custom vehicles, or they can use whatever. Restricted is that only if they have a custom vehicle can they use it, otherwise they automatically get set up with a rental car. And off is everyone gets a rental car. Alright, so everyone gets a rental car for off. Open, you get your rental car and you get your custom car. Restricted is you get your custom car. We're going to allow speed vehicle boosts. We're going to not disable the go boost. We are going to awards don't bonuses. I'm not going to change the rec. Let's go into lobby options. I'm not even worried about lobby options right now. Gameplay options. The only thing I don't want to do is have it be a GTA race for some schmuck. So we're going to disable that. Alright, we're not disabling wrong way. We want people to know they're going the wrong way, and we want them to turn invisible when they do, so that we can do the whole anti-grief ghosting thing. Alright, so I'm not taking the photo yet. I want to wait until the race is done, and I want to take a good photo of my race, so I'm just going to wait on that. We're not doing search tags. Maximum players is 30. We've gone through all this. Let's back out and go into some placement here. This is a spot if you're going to do a 30 length thing on the 30 length platform on the street races. This is a spot where you can do that, so everyone take note of that. We're just outside my casino over here, and that's a lot of people's casino. or arcade. It's a lot of people's arcade. So this is a place where you can hit 30. Another place is over on the highway right there, where I set up a lot of races over there. Another place is just down the road into the city, right past the construction area. It's that road actually. Um, so there's several places that you can achieve getting away with setting it up for 30 people. This is one of these spots right here, and it's a fun place to start a street race because there's several path options that you can go through to get to it. So here is the actual race that I've laid out with the checkpoints. And what we're going to be doing is going through all the options for stuff that I can add to the race to block off roads and to use different blocks and things to kind of put them in at vertical angles. We'll be learning what's in the options menu and how to manipulate those items in order to use them for the race. Now this is going to go down here. There's going to be a shortcut in the through this area right here. Oh, come on, let me through there. Still not low enough. Alright, there's supposed to be a shortcut right there. I need to go test. Let's just have you look at the track this way. Alright. I was in the middle of testing the track. Now I'll show you guys the shortcut. So obviously we're going to put things in at some different places. Laying down the checkpoints is pretty easy. And I'm going to leave that up to you to figure out. Alright, so there's a whole wall of stuff here that's going to, if someone gets this wide and accidentally cuts into that, oh, that's going to fuck them up. So I want to take something, maybe signs or something, and I want to block those off. And then I may get rid of the street poles too, and I'll show you guys how to do that. This is fun to come through here. There's a little bit of bumper there where you can catch a boost, right? It's just going to all be blocked off right here. Hopefully we don't have to hit the brakes too much like that. And then there's supposed to be a checkpoint right here. Why did it not go down? I want there to be a checkpoint there. It's supposed to be a secondary. I can't go into it right there. Alright, well, this is going to be complicated because I'm not sure how to add a secondary checkpoint. I guess, let's see here. Placement, checkpoints. I want to turn it into a secondary, and I want it to be right there. Now, what is that? That's a 9 and a 9. Okay, secondary 9. First 9. Alright. Hopefully that works. Let me save that, actually. Just to be sure. And you guys want to do that. You want to save this every time you make a few changes to it. Just to be sure that you're not, getting a blue screen or something, getting kicked off, and then all the shit that you made ends up being gone. So, alright, now we'll test the second one. So laying down the checkpoints is pretty simple like that. All you're going to do is go into placement, you're going to choose checkpoints. Once you get your finish line down there, you'll choose checkpoints, and then you'll just go and hit X. It'll be yellow for when you can, and it'll be red when you can. And sometimes hitting your L1 and your R1 button will rotate the car. Sometimes that will help the checkpoint adjust a little bit better, and you may be able to get it in somewhere where it was red, but now we're adjusting it, so it's okay. So I'm going to have to put in some things there to make people go this way. But here we are, back on track. It's one of my favorite turns in business district race. So I figured I'd keep that turn in there, and I needed a way to get back to the starting and finish line. And this is going to be a dope little park coming up here. Some people I see are going to slide around that corner. It's going to be dope as well for them. I'm going to have to put some barriers up in that little area right there so people won't hit the edges of the wall of the building. Alright, that's the track. Let's go back to Creator. It'll ask me if I want to do the first track again. You can see it at test right there. It's telling me, hey, there's something to be done. You should race both the primary and the secondary tracks. That's something you'll have to do before you publish the race, but you can always just save the race any old time you want. So I've raced the second way. I like it. It's okay for now. I'm going to go ahead and save it up a couple of times. Just get it going. Alright, now let's place some things in some places. Let's see here. Where are we? We are this way. Alright, so your right and left trigger is going to help you go in and out, up and down, zoom in and out. And the triangle, if you hold the triangle down while you're moving around, it'll make it move a lot faster for you. Okay. So here's the difference. Here's without the triangle, we're moving around, we're panning in and out basically. Alright, here's with the triangle. Gotta be careful. Alright, so the finish line, the beginning line. Let's do some things. I'm gonna go down to props. Alright, maybe I went there a little too quick for you. Alright, so this is the original thing, the race creator screen that you're in. Okay, let's go to placement. And then we'll scroll down to props. Pretty simple. Alright, now we're gonna have all this different shit show up. Okay. We're not worried about the track, so let's just kind of worry about that later. Okay. These are going to be cool, and we're probably going to use these the majority of the time, and or along with, we'll be using something else called blocks. So there's some barriers that we'll use. We might put in some stunt tubes and make it really neat. We're definitely going to be using arrows. Stunt tubes are huge, and I might be able to actually utilize those and make this a really neat track that's cool to look at while you're driving on along. Alright, if we're not going to use any checkpoint rings, we're probably going to use air gates. We may use some inflatables. These are the blocks I was referring to. So these things can be huge. Whoa, look how big that is. Or they can be like super small, like that, you know. So depending on the size that we're going to want and need. Now, moving on along, there's neon blocks too if you wanted to use something that's a little bit different, right? Ramps, which we may put in a ramp here or there. Some different stunt set pieces that I don't see us using on a street race. These are more for hot ring races and supercar races on stunt tracks and things. So we'll kind of stay away from these from now. Those will be super advanced use in the future, you know. But there's kind of some neat things to work with in some of these settings. So you may want to go through some of these settings and say, oh, well, what is here that I can work with? And that's where you find a lot of the creativity shining through for a lot of these tracks. So, okay, there's a start finish line. It's not the one I want, but that is one of them. We'll keep on searching here. Those are going to be really small signs that no one's really going to see. Okay, here are some signs that we may want to put in. And again, around some of the areas where there's sidewalks with pillars and concrete barriers and things, we can put these in and people won't have such a difficult time if they hit those. These, on the other hand, with the red and white base, that'll stop you on a dime. So I don't suggest using those. If you do use them, you'll want to adjust it so you can't see the red and white part, and we'll show you how to do that. There's so many different stunt signs. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, there's stunt signs. That's where you're going to find the blimp. It's in the stunt sign. We have some wordage on the blimp already. We can go through and talk about how we do that later. Top tire. Alright, so the one I want is not in here. I think it might be in here. Or not. I'm not sure that it would be in the race buildings either. Painted signs. We'll probably use some painted signs for the deal. And I'll probably use some of that starting and finish line stuff. Now you guys can go through these. I know what I'm looking for is not going to be in here. There's different things in the holiday section that you guys can use when it comes to, like, you know, Halloween and stuff. Um, Christmas. There's Christmas lights. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, an ice sheet. Great. How wonderful. Oh, a huge Christmas tree. I mean, we can play around and do some goofy things with it, but, you know, small, big, large stunt track smoothing for, you know, just certain areas. You know, I've never used that for a wall, I guess. There it is. All right, so it's in barriers. There's a start and finish line that they have, and it's in the barrier section. I don't know why it's in the barrier section, but it is. No big deal. This is where we're putting it. And then also in barriers, there's going to be some things that I really enjoy for my rally races, but I also enjoy for stunt races, which is these hay bales. I love these fucking hay bales. Um, so I'm going to put up a huge hay bale thing right here next to the... Maybe I can put people in it. Okay, there's one. I don't know if that's big enough for me. Alright, I'm going up, up. Alright, so this is about where I want it, but I'm going to advance option this thing. Okay, I'm going to override the position, and then I'm going to use the override, and I'm going to set it down a little bit. You see, you can set it down. So I'm going to set it down a little bit. I'm going to push it back some, just where it's able to go, and I'm going to move it over so it's as much out of the way as I can possibly get it. Alright, now I'll put a little bit of an arrow in front of it there so we won't have to look at that ugly gap in the ground. Oh, I should have allowed prop stacking on it. Here, let's do this. Let's get rid of it. Oh no. I started going to different categories instead of what I wanted. So I accidentally, there, I wanted one of those. So I accidentally removed this thing, and that happens commonly. So you got to give people who create these tracks, you got to give them the credit that they deserve. You know, like it can be kind of frustrating sometimes to do this, and you just gotta kind of, you know. Now I'm setting this pretty generally, where I want it. But normally I would go in there and kind of set it down deep and do all that. Let's see if I can find those big long ones that I had. I want to get rid of this one. Alright, we'll turn the prop stacking on so it'll sit down into the street. And then let's go back and find the one that we were originally wanting. There we go. Now I can overlap inside the prop and things like that. And I can make it a little more clean cut, which is what you want really, is to make your races a lot more clean cut. So let's kind of freeze it in time where it is. You can see that I can move around the map and then it goes central on the screen to where I'm moving to, right? It's like a reticule, and the reticule stuck there is the item that you're using. I want to lock it in the screen where it is. I want to be able to move around it and see this edge and that edge. So I'm going to use advanced options. I'm going to override the position. I'm going to use the override. It's basically like a second, like, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I'm sure I want to do it. All right. We're going to get a little bit closer, and we're going to set it down into the ground some. It doesn't need to be that high. You know, maybe this high is good. You know, I can put a sign up behind it. You know, people just know not to go on that side. And if they do go on that side, well, they'll be stopped. That's all. All right. Let's see. Moving it across its y-axis. Moving it across its x-axis. I think that would be okay. I don't think it's going to protrude. I don't think it's in the way. I think people will be able to see it. So that's dope. Let's rock and roll. Go on to the next area. Alright, do I want to use this item anywhere else? Well, maybe I'll throw one in right here. Alright, so let me get it sitting up straight. Seems to be sitting up as straight as can be. It's got a little bit of a tilt on it here. There, now it's sitting up straight. I'm going to freeze it in that position. And I'll set it down in the ground some. Maybe I'll scoot it back a little bit. And that'll be okay, just like that. Alright. Okay, we'll hit the X on that. Now as we approach, we'll see in our cars that either way there's something in the way and we have to go through here. Alrighty. I don't want to cut off the rest of the street, but I think I do want to take these fixtures out. So let's go back into the placement options. We can go into this thing called fixture remover. It's going to be dope. Let's hit on the fixture remover. Oh, I just need to get down there. Let me in there. And once it's lit up like that, you just want to select it. You know that it's selected because it's turned brighter. And you can go on to the next something that you might want to remove. Alright, I think all this is pretty standard going through here. So I'm getting messages on my screen from someone in my chat groups right now. I think this is all pretty standard. Let's go in and take out a couple of other details. I want to take out this one here. Boom. Now you can see the type of screen it has behind it, so you know that you can select it anywhere in this area, right? Now this one's coming out. I want this to be a relatively easy race. And this one's coming out. Come on. There it is. Alright. Don't have to worry about any of those. Can I take that thing out? Is it possible? No. Okay, there's nothing through there I want to remove. I'm gonna take this one out. Somebody might feel the need to go straight here, and if they do, I want them to be able to go through there. And so I'm also going to take that one out. Got it. Okay, let's see here. I don't know, I should probably take this one out for safekeeping, in case they don't make it around that turn very well. And this is all gonna stay, but this one's coming out right here. Will it let me? There it goes. And this one right here too. Alright. Let's keep moving on along. I'm keeping that one in because it's kind of a benchmark for where we need to be on our line. Those are all staying. That's all staying. That one's going to stay. This can go. Let's get rid of that. Alright. And I'm also going to get rid of this one. In case somebody wants to hop up on that curb and grab some boost, they can. Oh, you can get rid of the dumpsters. I'm getting rid of it. It's going to be a dominating turn. People are going to want to slide into it and do this and that. I don't need that pole there fucking people up. I'm getting rid of this pole too, so if they want to, they can catch up a glimpse on someone before they go down into this turn. Unfortunately, I cannot remove electric poles. Can I remove any portion of this fence? Doesn't seem like it. But during the race, the chain link is taken away. So that's kind of helpful. No, it's not letting me remove any portion of this. I'm going to get rid of that trash can just in case. And then we're back on the main track. Oh, they put me on top of the... Okay, so problem areas are probably going to be what's next. I want to go ahead and fix up some problem areas. Alright, one of those problems is right here in this turn. So I'm going to get some signage or some blocks, put them up right there amongst all of these little pillars on this brick wall. So I don't want people to hit those pillars. If you hit the pillars, you're in big time trouble. And it's possible they could just go right up over there and hit that pillar, and that's where it all starts. So, I'm not worried about previewing the fixtures being gone. Let's just continue. We'll go back up to props. Category this thing out. I don't need barriers here. I don't want things that are going to stop people when they run into it. I want things that are going to help people to slide when they run into it. And one of the things that I know best that help people to slide as they run into it are these caution building blocks. So we'll scroll left back to the building blocks. And it's going to be these building blocks here. Right. So let's get the smallest of them, and let's talk about how we can manipulate these. So if you hold your R1 or L1 button, you can get it to spin and rotate like this, and it's called world heading. This is how you control your rotation type. Is L1 and R1. I need it to be pitched in such a way Uh, I don't I don't want it there. I want it rolled, I guess. So let's roll it so that it's gonna block people off. And then I want to get it near where I need it, which is about right here. I'm gonna freeze it where it is. I'm gonna go into advanced options so that I can move around it. Otherwise, it's gonna move with me everywhere I go. Alright, so get it near where you want it. You want to freeze it, so go into advanced options, override the position, and then this setting right here, the alignment. The world alignment and the local alignment. That's the only two options you get. I like to use the local alignment. We've been using the world up until this point, just so that I can show you that you can go through these axes and do different things. But you can see the arrows are kind of pointed in odd directions, right? But if you change it to local, now you get arrows that are pointed in just regular side to side, forward, backward. So we're going to use that. And we're going to go by these little arrows and tell us which axis and which way it's going to go, right? I'm just going to push it in, and I want it to be neat, right? Right now it's on the pitch, or it's on the roll alignment. I don't want it to be on the roll alignment anymore. Now I need it to be in the world alignment. So I'm going to go back to that real fast. Rotation type, pitch, world heading, and I'm going to just shift it over. I can go back into advanced options real fast because I'm done with that. Override position. Okay. So now I'm looking around it. Let's see here. I'm definitely going to scoot it forward some. I don't really want it protruding out that way. So I'm going to shift it around so that I can back it in there and it won't be protruding all crazy. I don't know if Captain Danger is watching this broadcast, but he should definitely attempt to. Alright, so people are going to hit that. And it'll be A-okay. Now, it's kind of ugly. It's kind of protruding up out of the thing there. So let's get it set down a little bit. We're going to play with these different axes to move it around where we want. Let's get it set down some. Let's just bring it down a little bit right there. Look. Now look. Now it's not so ugly. I mean, it is still kind of ugly, but it's not bad, you know? Like, alright. Now, I want to protect against that. All of this here. Right, so let's get some more of those things. Okay, if I can get them to miss that, then they'll totally bounce off of all of this. So that's what I want to protect. I'm going to use this override here. I'm going to set this down into the ground a little bit of a ways. And that, I mean, that almost looks perfect where it is. Almost. I don't know how much it's setting out, but if I can correct somebody who's coming through here. I don't want them hitting the brick, though. Dope. Get in the creator, Captain. Do it! Alright, let's play with the alignment and see what's up. So what I'm trying to avoid is them hitting the corner of this pillar. I'm going to push it out a little bit. That's a little too much. Alright, now are they going to hit the end of the actual prop? Yes. So, let's play with the world alignment. Tuck that in a little bit, you see. And again, that's just playing around with L1 and R1. Okay. There's still a little bit there that they could grab onto. There we go. Alright. That looks a lot safer, doesn't it? Looks a lot safer. And it's clean, too. It's very, very clean. Alright. What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on something. What the hell was that? A tree? For Christ's sake. Alright, now can I get these two to be about the same level? There we are. Alright. that won't be there. Or we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna use an arrow now instead because we want people to know that they're heading that way. So let's go back. Um, Props category. Let's hit those arrows up. Let's see what's going on with them. Alright, S202 crew color is blue. So I'm running with blue. We like to use orange a lot. Oh, I like to use orange a lot in my tracks. This is about where I want it, so I'm going to go ahead and lock it in position right there. I'm going to override the position. I'm going to use the override. And I'm going to back her up in there. Give her a little bit of world heading. And let's get her moved up a little bit. There we go. I'm in the tree. Stuck in the tree. Alright. Is that too big? I think that's too big. It's definitely too big. Oh, that's as small as it gets. Let's pan out and see how this looks. Oh. Alright, let's see. I need to bring it up some. I need to change its rotation. Nope, not doable. You know what? I really don't even need that there, except for, alright, to tell people that it's going this way. I mean, I guess that's alright. And if people hit that, man, yeah, right? Yeah. I think that'll be okay. And once that's gone, that thing is gone, that's going to be funny, that line coming out. Maybe I can put up a line of Christmas lights across the road or something. We'll figure it out. Anyways, that'll be okay for right there. Right here, we need something to tell people that they're going that way. And since we're already in the big neon area, the big neon arrow area, we'll set that there, and let's go ahead and get some stuff put in over here too. So I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be trying to come as wide as they can here. I'm just going to set this bad boy up right here. Let me go into the advanced options so I can lock it into position, and I'm going to use local again. We're going to get the regular things, and we're just going to raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Alright, and maybe we'll put some bystanders down there on the right side, the far right side, or a cop car or something like that after we get some different things up, and we'll figure out exactly what we want to do. I'm going to bring this back just a little bit. There we go. that out of the way there. Alright, so we'll be going this way, this way. I don't want to block this off too much, but I think I'm going to put in some kind of a wall or a bend right here so that we can have the courtyard, but that's it. And we don't have too much of it. Like these two trees, the one that's in front of the camera, and that will be the line right there. So you can see down at the bottom right hand corner, I've used 6 out of 200 props. So this is where I'm coming from, where I'm saying, you know, you can use the road as is and get away with, you know, eliminating the need to use 100 props automatically out the gate just by having track laid down, right? If you were to put all this in the air, you could lay track down and you would have gone through 100 props by now. And now you only have 100 props to use to kind of decorate your track and put up arrows and suggestions for, you know, people going this way, going that way, etc. So be thoughtful about, you know, when you're making these tracks, especially when you start making tracks that are raised in the air, how close to the ground you want it so that you can use some of the regular street in GTA, save you some pieces, you know. Let's take a look at what we have. Let's see here. Have I set that in place? No, it's still got options on it. So once you have it there, you need to hit X. That's where you want it. And I'm going to move on to the next little area here. I don't think I'm going to use this. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just put it in there just like that. So I'm going to freeze that in that position. I haven't gone back far enough to choose any other options as far as props, and so it's still in the override position question. So I am going to override it, and let's raise it up. I like it in between those trees. Alright, we'll have that there, and we'll probably have something to block the road there here in just a little while. We'll come back and we'll put some things in there. Like, we'll race it out, and we'll do this and that. But I like that there. That's fine. We can use that. Now, again, I haven't gone back any further, and we'll go back further, but I'm just going to, it makes it really easy. Like, I just now set that, right? I just now set that where it was. After you set it, after you hit the X button, it's going to look like this. And you're still going to have up in the upper left-hand screen this use override option, okay? I would click that once I have the prop about where I want it, right? So say I wanted 2 arrows up here, I would click it right now and I would put another arrow up here where I want the other arrow. I don't want 2 arrows up here though. I want this arrow to go in a different section, right? And I'm not choosing a different prop to use. I'm still trying to use my arrows here, but I want the next arrow to be over there. So I hit the X button. It kind of looks like this right here now, right? If I move the screen around, the thing can follow me. I want to be able to get this kind of where I want it, and I can use my L1 and R1 buttons to set the world direction since that's what it's set on. Now I can override that out. All I got to do is hit X again, override it, and come down here and lift it up in the air, and boom. Now there. I want people to go this way. Alright, and we'll put some things in down there too. Maybe I want another arrow up, I say like right here, just to show people. I'm getting tired of using blue. Alright, well I'm going to set that there. Now we have what it looks like. This thing is going to follow me around. Now I'm going to back out. Alright, and because I'm backing out, it's not going to give me this option again. You know, I'm going to change it to orange. Alright, and I want it to be over here-ish. Where do I want it? I know that I'm driving on along. having a good time, yada yada. I want it to be here. Yeah, right there. Alright, so I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. I want people to be able to drive up underneath of it. Alright, just to point it just a little bit more. Let's go back and take a look at it. Alright, they're coming through. This is all wide. They're coming through here. We're gonna have some barriers down right here or something to keep people from wanting to go that way. Boom, boom. They can pick inside the tree or outside the tree. I'll probably go inside the tree because inside looks like a swervy mess. And then right down onto the highway. Alright, we're still using arrows. I haven't set that in stone. You can see there's still the option to move it around over there. But I like that where it is, so I'm going to set it in stone. Now let's continue on with our arrows. As long as we're not backing out, we won't have to change the override position again. Let's move down here. Okay. Now, I'm going to want 2 or 3 of them in this area, right? We also use red every now and again, so let's go with a blue, black, and red theme. I'll make this first one blue. Oh no, let's put the blue one over here. Oh no, hold on. How do I want people to see this? Yeah. Alright, so we'll just make this one red. Let's go back real fast. Red. Alright. Advanced options. Override position. Use the override. Let's lift it up off the ground. And let's make it a little bit angled. You'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. I'm going to use my world heading and change the yaw to point upish. But you'll see why. Alright, now I'm going to go back. Oh, placement. Props. I'm going to change the color to just black. Freeze it, override the position, and then let's pull it up. Put it over here. Alright, I'm gonna back it out just a little bit and give people a little more room. There we go. Let's back out of that, turn this blue. And override that. Pick that up off the ground. Go back and throw some yaw on it. Alright, hopefully that works out. We'll see. Now let's go back to the orange color. Because I want people to realize this is here, But of course they have the option to take it if they want it, you know. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna freeze that and pick it up off the ground. And let's move it back a little bit. There we are. But if they want to, they can go straight. And in order to show people that, I'm going to put an arrow on the effing ground. Okay, and they can choose either way, which way they want to go. Alright, so we're going to play with the rotations and the pitches and all that here. Okay, the world heading is what we're going to play with first here. Alright, and I want to get it as close to where, you know, it's going to be as possible. Alright, so let's move this up a little bit. I want to show people that they can also go this way. Alright, world heading. Now, the pitch. Just depending on what side it's laying on, it's going to roll over one way or the other. It's either going to roll or pitch or whatever, but that's fine. Okay, I want that like that. Alright, now let's go to advanced options and let's try to set this thing down into the ground as much as I can. Bro. Okay, I might have to give it a little bit of a roll. Let's push it forward. That's fucking nuts. Alright, yeah, let's give it a little bit of a roll. Alright, now let's pitch it over to the left just a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the advanced options part. And I'm going to push it back just a little bit too. Oh, that's sick as fuck. Alright. So they can turn, or they can go straight. I don't know, should I bring it back a little bit further? Maybe there. Alright, I'm putting it right there. Oh, that's going to be dope. That's going to be so dope. I just want to go and look at it now in the race and just see what it looks like. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to right now. Alright, let's continue to move forward here. Wow, there's... Change it back to the world headings so we can get it set right. And then... let's pick it up some. Let's set that there. Let's make it blue also. Advanced options, override. And we'll pick that up some too. I like the better blocking the street. There we go. Those will be gone. Those will be gone. This is always fun trying to get up underneath this bridge. It's a play with the left and the right trigger. See if we can get in there with the barrier. There we go. Alright, now that we're in, let's just forward, forward, forward. And up and down on the triggers. Okay, now let's go back to the arrows. I want to start using the orange arrows now. And the rolled heading is okay. Let's go to the advanced options and bring that up out of the floor a little bit. And then also, let's go back and put some yaw on it. There we go. That's on the opposite side of the road right now, so we'll just keep that there. Okay, we're going to put another one right here, but we're going to go to world heading. There we go. And it's a different color. We're using blue. Black is the next color to use, so we use that. Getting out of there is so crazy. Now, people are going to be coming from this way, so I can't just put an arrow in the middle of the freaking road right here, right? But I want the people coming out of the car park to know that they need to turn this way. So I'm going to put it across the street. I can't make it black. It's going to have to be orange. But I can do this. I can put this black one down right here. Just pick it up a little bit. And then I could put this orange one right behind it. So let's go back. Let's make it orange. And then advanced options, override the position. Hopefully by now you guys are starting to become familiar with overriding the position and going back and forth from the prop screen where you can adjust the alignment and adjust the color, and going back into the override options, because that's where you mess up the most, is going back and forth in between, accidentally going too far, getting rid of the prop that you just now spent so much time setting in a perfect position manually, you know. So that's going to be the most difficult and frustrating part of all this. But once you kind of get a knack for being able to go back and forth between those two option screens, the option screen I'm on right now, and these option screens, this one here, that one there, stopping there. If you go back any further, you lose the piece without putting it down. So make sure that you get it where you want it and that you're vigilant of putting it down right away, locking it in stone. Let's put up a few more of these arrows over here. Hold up. I'm just getting word about the car show that took place the other night. I didn't put it on broadcast because one of the other presidents that might have been there might have been a little apprehensive about us being in the same lobby, and I understand that, and I want to respect her wishes, so I stayed away from the car show the other night, just so that there wasn't any type of animosity or apprehension or anything feeling going on. I was hoping everyone had fun. It sounded like there was another crew involved, and that was dope. So I'm excited for it, man. That's dope. That's real dope. Alright, this arrow's gonna go here. Override these positions. And put that up there. We'll put another one up just right here next to it. Let's go back and make this one black. Then we'll start using red arrows. Advanced options, override. Right. And then we'll put in another one like right here so people don't try to turn there. We'll make it orange. Advanced options, override the position, and let's pick it up. Also, let's bring it back a little bit. I don't want people hopping in right there. Some people might say, hey, those arrows are going to be in the way. Nope. Nope, they're not in the way. They're just fine. They're just fine. Let's start with the black one over here. And we'll transition to red now. Alright, and that is a straight shot all the way up this street. Damn, that goes super fast. We'll probably come back here and block some shit off, you know. Actually, let's just go ahead and lay this down. feel like that's gonna hurt if they hit that. But I want this arrow to be in the ground so bad. Well, that ain't bad. I think that'll do. Alright, so we just set that there. I might put in some speed strips there too, man. Not right there, but a little bit before it. Alright, let's get this thing turned back around right. Okay, we'll put in some signs on the side of the road over here on this side here in just a little while. Alright, let's go race that and see how I feel about it. Okay, so there needs to be some things right here. Just kind of celebrate the fact that there's a fucking race going on. Alright, so we'll fix that up here just a little bit. And there needs to be some things right here. People, crowd, maybe some stands, couple hot dog trucks. That's coming on a lot earlier than it is. Oh, and I didn't fix it enough. Go back and put some more there. Oh, gonna have to lift that up. We'll see how that works. We're doing the first track right now. Running over that was pretty dope. And then we'll do the secondary track afterwards. Put a hot dog stand down in the middle of Mission Road so that we can go there. Straight there. Well, I'm going to test it again. I'd say that it's ready for people to race, but I'm going to keep on adding things to it as I go on along here. So, that worked. Heavy on the brakes should be alright there. Got something right here at this intersection. Alright, so let's go back to the race details. There's some things that I want to do right away that I didn't like this pole right here. And I've done this before on a different track. I may be making an absurd decision, but I'm going to put in some caution stunt blocks right there where these two poles are. So let's place that out. Go back to our props. We're gonna pick, let's see here. I should turn that on. The stunt building blocks. And we're gonna use these ones right here. Now, let's see if we can pitch it up so we can match the angle of the fence there. And then, are we doing so? Yeah. Now let's go to the world heading and play with that for a minute. say we could do this. Now this is going to be a lot easier for people to see, for starters, but it's definitely going to make it so they're not running into a fucking pole. All right. So let's just scooch that down a little bit right there. Or maybe I can just do it like halfway, right? Like, hey, look, there's a fucking pole here. Don't run into it, you know? Well, we'll see what happens. If they want to take that inside, they're welcome to. Alright, so that's one area. Now, here's another area over here up against the right side of this wall. All these pillars holding this building up, and all these floors. Down here, it makes for stuff that we can run into. So I want to get rid of that. So it's gonna start on this one here. And that's near where I want it. That'll be okay. Now, I want it to be that same angle, and I want it to be that same position, because I'm just going down on the same fucking building on the same line and putting these in. So I'm going to override the position right there. Right now, I'm just going to move it down there. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'll go ahead and adjust the height of it real fast. And then I'll push it in a little bit. Alright. Let me adjust it. Push it out some. What has it got me stuck on? Alright, I think that'll be alright. Oh, I just keep receiving all these invitations. Alright, so hopefully some of that is taken care of and saved. Now, people are going to come up here and hit all of this too. Alright, let's lower it down, actually. And set it in right there. Now, I'm going to end up turning prop snapping on, and it'll just snap the whole way up here. So let's go deal with that. We'll allow prop stacking. We'll turn that on, and then when it gets close enough, it will just hop right on there. Maybe I need to give it a little bit of motivation. Sometimes if you just move around in different angles, it'll do it. I don't know, maybe I've got it shoved all the way down there. It doesn't want to. It's just like, hey, there's nothing for me to snap onto. Let me try this. Well, not even if I back out and then come back in. Alright. What if I give him a different block? How about this guy? Well, this one seems to be longer anyway, so let's just use this one. We can change the color on it to, here, let's do blue. And let's roll it over. Get it kind of set where I want it here. Put it back on the world heading. Can I get it to work around there? Hell yeah, I can. Alright, let's figure this out. Dope. Alright. works. Now then, there was something that we needed back here somewhere. Ah, the intersection. Can I use that right there? Hell yeah, I can. Right. Let's save our progress real fast here. Alright, let's test it out. We'll test the primary track this time. So I think I'm gonna do either signage next. You know, the painted signs or the black and orange yellow signs. Oh, it's such a good thing I got rid of that fucking first one is good. We'll test this second one and then we'll throw it out there and publish it real fast and we'll just continue working on it.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out with the two different routes. One route may be longer than the other. I'll put in a booster where I need it so that both routes can be about the same. Let's see how that goes. See, that's what I was afraid of. If I hadn't put that there, the car would have caught one of those brick edges and just would have been it. Alright, so let's no, I'm not done with the race details yet because of the photo. Alright, well, that's alright. I won't publish it right now then, cause I'm not ready to pick up photo place and do it up, you know. All right, there's a race going on here. I should put in stands of people. So let's go to props. So I can get over my own damn starting line. Stands of people. Now let's put in some people. I'm going to show you what happens here. Um, so we have on the bottom right hand screen, we have all those options at the very, very bottom. And then just above that, we have model memory, dynamic props, and props. We haven't put any dynamic props down, and we've only been using regular props up until this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to back out, and we're going to go into units. You see here? Now, we have some things that we can lay across the track that's going to take up that white bar, that track memory, almost right away. All right. Um, I don't want police roadblocks right now or race crowd. All right. So what kind of race crowd people do I have to work with? Wait a minute. All right. Let's just see what the options are. The vehicle options. There's no vehicle options. Unit actor operator. Oh wait. Vehicle 1 or vehicle 2. Oh. I don't see a difference between vehicle 1 and vehicle 2. Okay, actor unit operators. Enforcement category. Oh, I just put that down right in the middle of the thing. That's alright, we can get rid of it. Watch this. Okay, so something happens, you don't want that there. Props. You can take allow prop stacking off. And hopefully, oh wait, maybe I have to be in units to get rid of those units. There we go. Alright. Um, place Roblox. I don't want to place Roblox. It's all calicos. Unit vehicle operations. Enforcement. Gang members. Other. Really, it's the car option that matters to me. The lost. It's all these lost chicks. Well, let's just put these lost chicks right here. No wait. I feel like the lost girls need to go in the middle of the track. So let's just put them right there. That'll be fun for everybody. Alright, let's go back. So I want to put just regular people standing by over here. Oh, these cars are a prettier blue now. Damn it. Oh well. Oh, there's a race starter. Alright, let's put in a race starter for sure. Here, we'll let it be that rebel right there. And I'm not sure where the middle of the cars is, looking that way, so look this way. Oh, she's gonna get run the hell over. Alright, we'll put her there. No. Ah, the crowd. Oh no, there's no more memory. I guess we can only put in two props. Two crowd prop people. So let's go back to the units and take out these lost girls. There we go. Well, it's always fun to add some type of unit to your race anyways. Even without a bunch of people anywhere. Can I put them there anyways? put a bunch of people right here too. Ooh, let's just throw my personal vehicle up in here also. How about it? They're like, don't race this way. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's go back to props. I'm setting in these bleachers for the people everywhere. So let's do that real fast. Can I get it to... Okay, no more people everywhere. Signs. I like these signs. These signs are good. have to put something in here to block this side of the road. Oh, will it not let me in there? No, it will not. Alright, we still got like 96 props left. Oh man. We haven't used any dynamic props yet. Alright, I gotta go pause this or turn the notifications off on this chat group. What's going on in here? I don't know what's going on with it, but I keep on getting invites and notifications from the stupid thing. Excuse the brief pause while I go and turn these notifications off. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Hey. There we go. Maybe that'll stop some of the black boxes from appearing up on the screen so often. Everybody's getting their racing on. For fuck's sake. Cruz, will you fucking stop, guy? Sorry, I had to go turn off the notifications bar when I get notifications. So, let's see if that fixed it or not. Alright, next up. I don't want to do barriers. I love benches. Man, I love putting in benches. I want to do these trucks. Container trucks, maybe. These are just shipping containers. Ooh, ramps. We forgot about ramps. Alright, hot dog stands. Let's just put it where people can see it. I might have to see the model memory is all the way up, so I'm probably gonna have to go get rid of some units. Yeah. Alright, let's get rid of my car as a unit. We don't need that. It takes up a ton of memory. There we go. There's a different trailer like there it is. I don't even think we need that there. people taking the sidewalk right there. All right. Now, let's let's take it on another race real fast and see how we feel about it. If we need some more things, if we don't need some things in certain areas, maybe, you know, I get a feel for it. Cop cars are making cop noises. Taking primary track this time. That ain't bad. Everything seems to work the way I want it to. I could use something behind that arrow at the very top of that hill back there. Maybe something in the turn around the city center park there. Maybe. We'll see what's going on with it. All this seems okay. Watch right off of it. Maybe some stunt air gates right here.
That'll be okay. Let's put something up over here and let's add a few air gates here and there, maybe a jump or something. So I noticed that when I pull up on this, there's this big huge gap up underneath here. I don't like it. I don't know what I'd like to put there. Maybe, do I have enough room for a crowd of people? Let's see. Hopefully they don't hit the crowd of people. Well, we'll see what happens. That might work for it. Alright, I saw a place where I wanted to put in a jump. And it's going to be right there, just that mission row. Well, it's not going to be a crazy jump or anything like that. You guys, relax. Just right here. And I want to put it in across the whole board. So, let's go to props. Categories, wreckage, trees, dynamic. What is in this dynamic thing? Barrels of oil, cones, mailbox. Okay, boxes. I don't know what that was. Missiles. Okay. Wood, blocks. Okay. Alright, I see. I don't want these kind of ramps. Again, we're not using stunt set pieces. I'm not sure where they are, but I know there's ramps somewhere, these wooden ones. I'm just not sure what category they are in. Doesn't look like they're here. They're definitely not here. carriers. Pretty sure they're not in benches either. Could be wrong. Yeah. Platforms and buoys. No. Construction. I don't think they're in the construction part either. Crates and boxes. Oh, just regular old ramps, huh? Alright. Wonder what kind of air this is going to give us. Guess I'm fixing to find out, aren't I? Oh, I see comments. I need to go back to my broadcast. I stepped away from it so I could send out messages about the black screens on my screen. Alright. God's luck. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Hopefully that's right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Alright. Alright, let's go see what it looks like. Let's race it out. That's gonna be a little tricky. Alright, so I hit that jump. And I was like, damn, that would be dope if it were a little bit faster, a little bit harder, a little bit stronger. So, let's go in here and pick up some props. I don't want anybody to miss the checkpoint. So I'm going to do an air boost directly after the checkpoint. So I know we're all at least hitting the checkpoint. I just don't know where we're hitting it. I'm going to turn that bitch up all the way extra strong. Alright, let's...
Go to the advanced options and I'm going to drop that down. Let's see if there's anywhere else I feel like we want speed. Let's go with the secondary track this time. Maybe I should back that up. Hit that first one. I didn't even put one on. I'm gonna move that speed boost back a little bit. I can put that bad boy in the air too. Here, let me get rid of this one. Alright, let's be a little daring here. I'm gonna put this thing up here. That way when we're all coming to a land. Alright. Oh, it's not letting me put anything else in. It's got too much memory. All right. Well, tell you what. I've got that in there. That's going to work out for me. Let's go ahead and test it up, and then we'll call this a build. Yeah, that's the feeling. All right. And let's get the other side of it. Then we'll go race it on live stream in a lobby. Oh, that might fuck some people up. Right. So we could publish it. Let's go to race details real fast. Let's get a photo of the race. There we go. Alright, and let's turn these number of laps up to 3. And we're going to save it. Let's do that. Okay, and let's publish it. S202 9th Street Tuner. Okay. Now we can exit. To GTA Online. And then once we get in there, we'll just hit up the friends playing GTA who haven't already gone into Cruz's race. And we'll see how we feel about it. Just a simple street race. Nothing crazy. Making a simple street race is going to give you a good idea for where all the different props are inside of your props. It's going to give you time to check things out and see where different things are. It's going to help you utilize the rotation options, whether or not you want it to be on the the world rotation so you can set it down somewhere, or a pitch, or a roll, or a yaw, or something like that so you can get it set up right. And once you finally get familiar with all those different options and where everything is and how you can manipulate things and what there is to add, where, how, and all this, you can start building bigger and better tracks. I don't want you guys to think that you can go into track building this afternoon and as soon as you get done, you're master track builder. That's not how it works. You gotta get used to all the different options and things at your fingertips that you can use. So, that being said, let's go into the race. Anybody in this lobby like racing? Alright. Go to jobs. Play job. That'll be my job. It's going to end up as a stunt race. And S202 Ninth Street Tuner is the race. Take that. Alright, I'm going to standard that. Number laps 3, class is tuner, and it can't be changed if you can see that. Time of day is going to be noon for this one. The traffic is off when levels are off. Restricted vehicles, so we can only use our custom vehicles here. Catch up and slipstream are off, and that's not something that can be changed up right here. Camera lock, no camera lock. Destroyed, no. Aggregate position is off. Starting grid default. Boost on go, on. Confirm those settings. And let's just invite whoever. Off from session. Off from the current session. My friends playing GTA. My crew members. Let's get some skill match players in here. And we'll leave the invites on in case somebody wants to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're hanging out with Milo Wilson, aka Suspect 20. We're building tracks today, ladies and gentlemen. The title of the broadcast, Let's Make a Street Race. GTA5 online right now. That's what we're doing. So we just made the street race, and hopefully you guys can follow some of those instructions on along. You can look at the screen, watch what you're doing on your phone, and then put it, getting your creator on your console, and maybe try to follow along and do some different things. It's just a little bit of tidbits of what I got going on there. Wow, none of my friends are on right now, and no one else is in a mood to race. Fuck it, let's just go play it, man. I'll play that shit on my own right now. Why not? Ooh, my stomach's growling. control hurts a lot. No, it's totally doable. People can learn all kinds of wrecks. I mean, I've boarded up that area as much as I can, really, to make it as safe as possible. So that's just gonna be that. Let's try this one more time on here. Yeah, don't ever let people tell you these cars with different tires and shit on them that are merged or whatever aren't the same. That there's no difference. There's definitely a fucking difference, people. There's a huge difference. I'm gonna try to turn it a little short there, but that's okay. Whew, dead stop. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's like trying to build a track. You got everything under your belt you need to know to get you acquainted with all the options and all the different ways that you can manipulate every single part. So there you go. That'll get you started with just building regular tracks on the street.
Now, when it comes to raising those tracks, you may want to defer to some of my other videos about how to get those tracks raised up in the air like that. For right now though, y'all, I hope you're able to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, tap that notifications bell. That's how you know we're going live on air and doing a broadcast. Excuse me. That's how you know we're going live on air and doing a broadcast, or when we're just throwing up a video on the episode side, or for what have you. So there you go. If you weren't able to join us for this video, we'll just see you guys in the next video.